So, having come thus far in our standard English convention studies on the SAT, the next section we are going to encounter is the wordiness and concision, and the chapter that is going to follow, that is 5.12, would be on the redundancy, which is again a corollary or the follow-up of the wordiness and concision. So let's start with wordiness and concision. So what is wordiness? Basically, as a general rule on the SAT, wordiness would mean that if there are two sentences, say sentence 1 and sentence 2, which mean exactly the same and both are grammatically correct, both are correct grammatically, if they mean exactly the same and both of them are grammatically correct, then always the smaller of the two sentences would stand. So wordiness would mean a sentence which is longer as compared to the other one, which means exactly the same as the other one, but then this will not stand on the SAT. The second sentence, which is more concise, will stand on the SAT. So concision for all purposes would mean that if a sentence can shorten without creating a grammatical error, that is better in writing. So let's look at some wordy words. Say being that is nothing but equal to because of him or her being is nothing but because he was, something of this sort, despite, in spite of, although, and for the purpose of, going, in order to go. Really, that would mean that whenever we have a verb plus ing format which is not equal to the continuous form, of the verb, right, it would become a noun or the gerund form of the verb, and these kinds of gerunds would actually tend to create wordiness. So on the SAT, whenever you have got words like being, right, you should be very, very careful and aware that probably these would not stand as one of the options. Gerunds always, or more often than not often, signal wordiness error. Whenever possible, you should replace a gerund with a noun or pronoun and a verb. So basically you can replace this by the infinitive form. So the infinitive form is basically better on the SAT as compared to the gerund form of the verb. So Justin is a huge fan of gymnastics because of it being a sport that combines artistry, athleticism, strength and acrobatics. Now you can see this part, because of it being, because it is, that is what it is, right? So because it is a sport, that is always a better way of stating this compared to the first one. So let's take some actual examples from the SAT. People were unprepared for the sinking of the Titanic simply because of believing that the ship was unsinkable. Because of believing, the ing form again, because they believed, right? That is the basic idea. They believed, right? That is the basic idea. They believed that the Titanic was unsinkable, something like that. So let's look at this. Of believing, so this is incorrect. Of having a belief, no. Having, again, same thing. And they believed that the ship was unsinkable, yeah, could be a probable answer. They believed that the unsinkable nature, no, definitely not. Belief of a belief of their part of an unsinkable ship, definitely not. So the probable answer that you're looking at is C, or actually the answer for this one is C. Many ancient Eastern rulers favored drinking vessels made of Celadon porcelain because of supposedly revealing, again this phrase you can see, supposedly revealing the presence of poison by crackling. So because they, so the idea is because they what, revealed, right, revealed. That is what the idea behind the whole story is. So let's look at the options. Because of supposed, so A is incorrect. For being, again same thing. For being supposed, no. Because of being supposed to reveal, definitely not. For it was supposed to reveal that there is poison, could be a possible answer. D could be a possible answer because it was supposed to reveal the presence of poison. So this is grammatically incorrect because it was not supposed. So it was for, so basically it was supposed to, for, I mean, it was supposed to reveal means that it was definitely supposed to reveal. This one, for it was supposed. So in this case, the supposed would mean that it is presumed. In this one, it was actually the duty of the Celadon porcelain to reveal. So this is not the answer. So the correct answer for this one is D. Stay tuned for the next section, which will be on the redundancy, which is nothing but an extension of the wordiness.